Kafka on the shore for the mysterious sounds that resonate in your life, dear readers. Have you ever felt that life somehow feels suffocating, or experienced a loneliness that makes you feel like you're isolated from the rest of the world? Or perhaps you've ever felt overwhelmed by the complexity of the world, leading you to blame yourself for not knowing enough? While living, we often pose countless questions, but finding clear answers is no easy feat at times. Merely enduring the daily routine seems like a luxury. Yet today, I wish to recommend just one book to you: Haruki Murakami's novel Kafka on the Shore. This book may not fit the mold of what you expect from difficult literature or elevated intellectual works. Instead, it weaves together peculiar and sometimes confusing stories. However, within that peculiarity, you might uncover a unique clue to understanding your own life and the world around you. This book doesn't require special knowledge or background. If you're willing to open your eyes and ears to the mysteries of life and offer your heart in return, it will be more than enough. 1. Cracks in an ordinary life and the beginning of an unknown journey. The story begins with an extremely ordinary life. The protagonist, Okada Toru, is a middle-aged man in his 30s with no particular occupation. Due to his wife Kumiko's resilience, he manages to survive, passing his days feeding his cat and boiling spaghetti. His life appears peaceful but is ultimately listless and weary. Then, one day, a small crack begins to form in this ordinary life. At first, his beloved cat Noboru disappears, and soon after, his wife Kumiko vanishes without a trace. From the loss of his cat to his wife's absence, Toru's life unravels like a ball of yarn, plunging into an uncontrollable mystery. These seemingly insignificant events push Toru out of his routine and initiate a journey to uncover the unknown truth. This is not merely a fictional narrative. We, too, experience such moments in life. Sudden unemployment, the loss of a loved one, or unexpected events can instantly shake our lives. In such times, we often feel lost, unsure of what to do or where to go. Toru's story epitomizes our collective confusion and anxiety. He is not a heroic figure with special abilities or talents, but a common person like us. Precisely because of this, we can deeply empathize with Toru's journey and share in his confusion and struggles. This novel serves as a guide that subtly shows you how to approach life's unexpected events and find inner strength. 2. Descent into the Well, an exploration of the inner self. One of the most symbolic spaces in Okada Toru's journey is the well. To search for his missing cat and wife and seek answers to the world's mysteries, he descends into a well in his neighbor's home. The well is a place devoid of light and isolation. There, Toru confronts himself alone, experiencing solitude and silence from the cold, damp bottom of the well. This descent into the well is not merely a physical movement but represents a spiritual journey into the depths of one's psyche. In our busy lives, it's difficult to find time to reflect on ourselves. We often get swept away by others' expectations and external noise, failing to hear our inner voice. However, when we find ourselves in a quiet, isolated state like Toru, we finally meet our true selves, our most honest feelings, repressed memories, and essential questions we pose to ourselves. While in the well, Toru experiences mysterious occurrences and feels connected to people in different times and spaces. These experiences are akin to the insights gained from meditation and deep contemplation. By blocking external stimuli and focusing inward, we can gain new perspectives and find the key to complex problems. Kafka on the Shore conveys the message that true understanding is often achieved in deep solitude and silence. How about taking a moment to descend into your own well during your busy life? It will not be a waste of your time. 3. Encounters with eccentric characters and expanding reality. The world is broader than you know. Toru's journey leads him to encounter various eccentric characters. There's Mei Kasahara, a girl with the ability to foresee the future, the Gano sisters, Kreda and Morona, who claim to heal spiritual ailments, Major Mamiya, who carries the scars of an old war, and Toru's brother-in-law, Wataru Noboru, who seems to control everything. These characters cross the boundaries between reality and fantasy, broadening Toru's perspective and revealing aspects of the world he never knew. Each of these characters does more than assist or hinder Toru. They each raise unique questions about the world and life. Mei Kasahara poses mature questions about life, death, and the meaning of existence, while the Gano sisters offer insights into human internal wounds and healing. Particularly, Major Mamiya's story powerfully reveals the lingering impact of war and the indelible scars left on human beings, reminding us of history's weight and brutality. Thus, Kafka on the Shore is not solely about Toru's personal journey but the overlapping lives and experiences of surrounding characters, forming a vast narrative. As you read this novel, you'll indirectly experience how the world is filled with diverse individuals and how they each live with their unique pains and concerns. The realization that your perception of reality might only be a small part of a much larger picture can broaden your views and deepen your understanding of the world. This book quietly suggests that knowledge and culture do not stem merely from reading many books but from the willingness to accept and comprehend different perspectives. For layers of time and memory, and the shadow of war. Another significant axis of this novel is the intertwining of past and present, personal memories, and collective history. Particularly, Major Mamiya's harrowing recollections of a brutal war in Manchuria form the darkest yet most impactful part of the novel. He recounts the violent atrocities he endured, the deaths of his comrades, and the psychological scars he has carried for life. Major Mamiya's reminiscences are not just stories of the past, they are shadows silently influencing the lives of contemporary characters like Toru and Kumiko. The novel vividly illustrates how memories of violence and loss can transcend generations, subtly seeping into the lives of individuals in imperceptible ways. It conveys the message that our present is built upon the past, and the pain and mysteries we face today may have roots in history long forgotten. While reading this section, you might come to realize that historical events you once dismissed as distant and irrelevant are, in fact, embedded in the nooks and crannies of our lives. You might begin to consider how the pain of our ancestors and national tragedies might still unconsciously influence our consciousness today. This book profoundly reminds us that remembering the past and reflecting on its meaning is not merely an intellectual pursuit but crucial for understanding the present and shaping the future. 5. The Wind-Up Bird and the Order of the World. Insights into Invisible Forces. The title of the novel itself, The Wind-Up Bird, serves as a vital symbol throughout the work. The bird's peculiar kiak-kiak cries, heard in the forest, are described as the sounds of winding up the world's gears. This sound feels like an eerie yet significant presence that emerges before events and during the unfolding of unknown fates. What does the wind-up bird symbolize? It might represent the immense forces moving the world unnoticed by us, or the unpredictable flow of destiny. Just as a toy only functions when its gears are properly wound, perhaps our lives and the world operate according to hidden principles or orders. We often feel a sense of helplessness when uncontrollable events occur, as if we're being controlled by invisible forces. The wind-up bird stirs our curiosity about these hidden forces alongside our helplessness. Okada Toru, faced with this unseen power, either confronts it or seeks his place within its flow. He eventually confronts Wataru Noboru, the malicious force that imprisons his wife and disrupts life's order. This confrontation transcends personal revenge, symbolizing resistance against modern society's apathy and malaise. Ultimately, Toru fights with the inner strength he gained through solitary reflection in the well and encounters with eccentric characters. This story offers us hope. Rather than passively succumbing to life's absurdities, we can face them with courage and insight from within ourselves. 6. Self-redefinition and courage to continue forward. Toru's journey does not conclude with a clear, neat resolution. The novel is not a tale of moral triumph where all mysteries are solved and villains punished. Instead, it leaves many questions for readers to ponder. Even Toru's relationship with his wife, Kumiko, is not definitively restored. Yet, one thing is certain: Okada Toru, who initially appeared powerless and passive, is no longer the same. Through solitary contemplation in the well and countless encounters with the eccentric, he redefines himself. He faces life's pain and mysteries hidden, explores his inner darkness, and strives to uncover hidden truths. Through this process, He transforms from a weak individual swayed by external forces into an active being capable of making choices. While there may be no perfect answers, he earns the courage and wisdom to walk his own path. This is perhaps the greatest insight this book offers us. Life is never easy or clear-cut. We constantly face unknown events and whirlpools of unpredictable fate. Sometimes, we despair, feeling our knowledge and culture too insignificant to understand the grand scheme of things. Yet, what truly matters is that we continue to search within ourselves, explore the meaning of life, and find the courage to live our lives in our own way despite all the chaos and uncertainty. Kafka on the Shore does not tell you, this is the correct answer. Instead, it quietly encourages you the strength to find answers already lies within you. When you feel lost amid life's complexity, this book will present you with strange yet intriguing questions and instill the courage to seek your own answers. In conclusion, the sound of the wind-up bird resonating in your life. Haruki Murakami's Kafka on the Shore might feel like a long dream or sometimes like a nightmare. It is filled with strange stories and symbols that defy rational explanation. Thus, this book might seem even more unusual and difficult for those lacking knowledge or cultural background. Paradoxically, this is precisely why the book can offer you a unique and meaningful experience. While living, we encounter numerous pieces of information and learn much, but often what really matters is not what we know but how we feel and think. This novel stimulates precisely that feeling and thinking ability. As you read, you will embark on a journey with Toru, exploring the unknown world, reflecting on your inner self, and searching for the meaning behind life's pain and beauty. When you close the book, you might unexpectedly feel the strange sensation of hearing the wind-up bird's cries within your own life. It is the sound signaling that you've come to understand the world a little deeper and discovered the infinite potential hidden within yourself. Beyond knowledge and culture, this book invites you to face the fundamental questions of human life, and I sincerely recommend that your life be filled with new questions and courage.